Squeaker, squeaker.
I've been ill in the leather pants on the leather couch.
Oops.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm still working at it. Oh, no, that's not it. I'm still working on the time. Let's see here. What am I missing?
I got a
Last
sudden
time you said they couldn't hear us, they could.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
And the last time you said they could hear us, they couldn't. So,
I've had a sudden drop in y'all's volume.
yeah, me too.
Really?
Yeah,
But it's equal across the board.
Oh, okay.
except for me, I'm special.
There we go.
Special ed.
We are live.
How's everybody's?
What's up?
Evening, Peggy. Kisses, hon.
We got our angel back, Miss Peggy. There's no heart bigger than her.
That's
Right.
We love you, girl.
Yeah.
Evening, Brian. Hope all's good your way.
Mr.
Hey,
Deb
Brian.
69.
Hey, Brian. Thank you so much for the tip, Peggy. Hey, Devin and Brett and Butter Squad.
Joy.
Oh,
Good evening,
man.
Troy. Hope all's groovy with you. Hugs and kisses back, baby.
This time about a year ago, we had 2 more friends than we do today.
Yep.
I was looking it up.
I'm sorry. It ain't gone nowhere with me. They'll always stay with me by my side.
Vinny's here on time for once.
George, shut up.
Turn it up. Hey, Vinny.
Evening, Vinny.
Hey, Vinny, how you doing, man?
Vinny, you good looking man, you.
Man, Dylan,
Get the
how many
pickles.
times do I got to tell you he's married?
Get the fucking pickles.
So he can get that taste out of his mouth.
Blech.
Hey, Dylan, how you doing tonight, man? How's life been? How's work?
And in regards to that pickle joke, everything is going fantastic.
But how's work and
Work's going fantastic too. That's all I gotta say with that. Everything's going smoothly and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, life can't get better than that.
Cool. So, Jim, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, except for yesterday with the toilet debacle and mother and all. But I'm doing awesome. Today was weed day, so we got to go to the weed shop.
Cool.
I think I'm hooked. Even got to go to the dollar store and buy all the meat snacks I wanted.
Nice.
Oh, but other than that, yeah, no, I'm doing good.
Cool.
Losing a little weight and moving around a little more.
Cool. How you doing, JT?
Oh, we just lost you, JT.
We can't hear you.
Ah, shit.
Mister, I fixed my Yeti.
Damn it, Dylan, stop fucking with JT shit. Especially with the pickles.
Nope.
I told you he couldn't replace Terry as a audio man.
Oh, that's weird.
How's that?
That's better.
How you been, Chuck?
Oh, go ahead, JT.
Oh, we got him back?
Yeah.
No, man, just fucking trying to make it through this heat, being an old grumpy old bastard.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jim was talking about getting around more when you're losing weight. I've almost had ambition.
No, I haven't gone that far yet, man.
Come close. It's all right.
Calm down. Calm your jets. I'll call you tomorrow and I'll talk you down off the ledge.
Yeah, I had to go out. I had to leave the house today, go see a doctor. I think I got some sun while I was out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you remember where it came from, mister, and put it back.
Yeah. Oh, man. What are you vaping on tonight, Dylan? Oh, wait, before you say, just shut up. We got a poll. Everybody be sure to vote in the poll. Should Dylan get a wrench on this channel too? Right now it's in the poll. Okay, Dylan, go ahead. What are you vaping on?
My daily driver that I had to pick up for work.
I got a question. Why do you call it a daily driver? Does it have
Because
torque?
I use it every day
Drive
more
it
than
down the
others.
road? Usually that's what a daily driver means.
For the .aio V2, and that has Twisted Timmy's 21 grams.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to pass this over to my favorite big brother. Go ahead, Jim.
He's coughing.
For my brother George, as always, I've got the Centaurus with the Blaze. I've got the Blaze RTA on top of the Aegis. Excuse me. And my daily driver, the AIO. What do you got, Chuck? JT, rather.
Yeah, JT.
Sorry.
Before JT goes, I thought Jim was gonna say his daily driver was a pickle.
No.
I don't need pickles.
His microphone, Chuck, would you please?
Do what?
I think he needs a timeout.
Oh, Dylan does? Yeah.
Yeah, and Peggy finished the poll for us, guys. She says Dylan doesn't get a wrench.
That is so mean.
Hey, Peggy's always
Hey,
right.
Ed.
Hey, Ed. How you doing, man?
Well, I pulled out the Caliburn, believe it or not. I forgot how much I enjoyed it as a runner, you know.
That's a blast from the past. Yeah.
G2. Yeah, I like that little adjustment on that pod, man. Tighten it up, loosen it up, you know, but hey, you know, fiddle's fun. And we got, of course, the Intech MTL on top of the Ursa. And for more Lost Vape and from our brother George, we have the Thelema with the Geek Vape Zeus ZX RTA with Angel's coils, Gomez coils, excuse me. And the one specially set up for George is the Sakers on top of the Centaurus. This is nice. Damn it, Jim, you made me like those fucking sub-on coils.
Sorry, somebody had to do it, and it weren't going to be me.
It's all right. I got a palate cleanser. I got the topside dual with the drop original on top.
Nice.
You drop it like it's hot. Oh, dry hit.
And it tastes like cotton.
Damn.
Gotta love squonking. Well,
Does not taste like chicken.
no, not yet. We're still working on it. And of course, the last but not least, the Gower with the Aries 2 on top. Various tobaccos and some fruity stuff, some menthol. It's kind of the exact same stuff, just without something new.
Cool.
And that leaves our illustrious potentate. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing pretty well. Tonight I've got the Thelema Solo from Lost Vape. Got this from George. And I got the bulk. Bought that directly from Vapin' Fagan himself for $5.
Yeah,
Can you announce that?
Outbreak that came with it.
You're actually proud of that?
Chock full of MPOX.
Hey, all seriousness, when you wick that bulk, do you wick it snug or loose?
Snug.
Snug? Okay. I've been having a damned of a time trying to get mine to work right again. You know,
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem to be producing.
When I cut the leads, okay, I don't thin it out at all after I put it in snug. I don't thin it out, and I cut actually kind of low, right down. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of touching the bottom deck there.
All right. Well, maybe I'm wicking too loose then. I don't know.
Is it leaking on you?
No, it's not leaking, but I just can't. It just doesn't seem to have the flavor I remember it.
Oh.
That and my blotto. I think I'll pull that out next time.
Yeah.
That and the bulk are real close to the same wicking style.
Yeah. Yeah, the bulk doesn't have the best flavor, but it's got damn good flavor. It's my daily driver right here with the bulk. I have this all the time.
Huh.
And
Which one?
got this baby from George. It's the Nova by Geek Vape with the Broomhilda on top. Broomhilda on top. This is the original one.
Yes, but will Brunhilde drive it in Mexico?
Right?
That's an awesome mod, though. That's got a great chipset in it.
Yeah, it is.
That Nova.
Will the Brunhilde play with pickles?
That's private information.
That was for your benefit, Dylan.
Hey now.
Shut your mouth. Anyway, so yeah, and inside of it, I've got my favorite. See the fancy ass labels? SKT 4 milliseconds. It's actually a G, 4 milligrams. It sure looks like 4 milliseconds. But that's inside my bulk, and inside this, I've got the apple, mango, and nana.
Nana?
At 4 milligrams. That's actually pretty tasty. That's a good combination. It's low on the mango, so it doesn't overpower the other flavors.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a strong flavor.
It is.
But I like to go every once in a while, man.
I'll put it in. I put it in pretty light so you can just barely taste it. That because the apple's real easy to overpower.
But still, two of my favorite ones are the Naked Pog and the Maui Sunrise.
Ooh, yeah.
Sunrise is orange. Oh, it's just perfect.
That sounds good.
That's one of the first, named labels that I bought for myself.
Yeah.
But nobody gets them around here in the brick and mortars, so.
Yeah. Nope. But that could change because thank God for Triton Vape and Suicide Bunny and those guys who are suing the fucking FTA.
Yep. But right now, I wouldn't be holding my breath on it because of the way they're playing games with all the other things going on.
That's true. But the Supreme Court's going to make them fess up to something.
Yeah, well, the Supreme Court told them to back off on a whole bunch of gun stuff, and they're still doing the same thing they were doing before.
Well, fortunately, it hasn't actually gone to the Supreme Court yet. I mean, it's there, but they haven't ruled on it. They just glanced at it and said this is already a fucked up deal.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes because it goes here in October. And speaking of Twisted Timmy, Dylan, right now you were talking about Twisted Timmy's juice?
Yes, sir.
Grim Green is right now using nothing but Twisted Timmy coils.
Oof.
And he can't stop using them. Those are his favorite
I got
coils.
some Twisted Timmy coils in my possession too.
Yeah, they're badass from what I hear.
Yeah. I forgot what I think I have them in the Teeter Bridge, and I think my Monarchy Scepter clone.
Shit.
They're phenomenal coils from what I've tasted and everything.
And I forgot I've got a Tita that it took me. I eventually got it wicked right now. I don't even vape it anymore.
What, the dot style Tita or the Tita X?
Tita X.
Yeah, because that's what I have. I have that weird looking.
Yeah, that's cool.
I got that weird sedimentary rock style Tita X.
Hey Blair, how you doing, man?
I missed that. Sorry to hear about that, Troy. He totaled his car.
Oh my God, Troy, I'm sorry, man. It was a couple weeks.
Tita is Asmodeus? I thought it was Vpon or some shit.
Yeah, Troy, I actually rolled my car, believe it or not, someone as boring as me. I was trying to pass somebody. I got all the way up to the speed limit to pass them. And then somebody came, a Mustang came the other direction, 2-lane road. Two directions on 2-lane road. This guy comes up super fast. And as soon as I got up to the speed limit to go around this car, I had been watching. There was nobody down there. I start moving around. There's a fucking Mustang coming way too fast. and I couldn't brake. I couldn't brake enough to keep from hitting the car in front of me. So at the same time, I had to go to the right off the road, and it went up an embankment, and it got a certain way up the embankment, and then stopped, and then rolled.
Barrel roll back down. Boom, boom, boom.
It went 1.5 times. I landed on my head.
70s.
Yeah.
A bullet. Always has to be a fucking Mustang. Oh my God, we went and was checking insurance. Pulled up by a new Mustang. So-called Mustang. It was like a little SUV.
Yeah, the new Mustang.
No.
Nope.
That's
Somebody needs to die for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just disgusting. And hell, I've seen they're talking about the El Camino and what was it, Comet, and the Pinto.
No.
Oof.
They're not going to see people who love the Pinto will not like any new Pinto because they're not going to make them anything like they did before.
But that's it. They need that old body style. Go ahead, make it safe. I don't care what you put under the hood.
Mm-hmm.
That body style was unique. It's like the AMC Eagle. I'd give my right not to have one of those.
Yeah.
Yep. But man, think of the explosive power of the old design.
Chuck, Mr. Ron Jeremy wants you to clarify Mustang the horse or Mustang the car
The
being
car.
in Texas.
No,
The
it's
car.
not. It's an SUV to somebody else.
Yeah. Which Porsche had more sense when they came out with an SUV. They didn't call it it's a Cayenne. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Hey,
Those are pretty slick.
JT, can you make your mic a little louder?
Oh, make it explode too.
Yeah, all they have to do is put the gas
Better?
tank. Yes, much better. Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can get this on the screen. No, not the dance team. Here we go.
And welcome back here to Live
you
Now
guys hear
from
this?
Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. 8:30 here on the West Coast,
Okay.
11:30 there.
You're not hearing it? Okay, well then we won't do that. This is a synopsis of the Trump and Musk interview, and
Where they rattled some cages.
yeah, they sure did. The fucking EU was going to go after him just for doing it.
The auto workers union wants to sue them too
Wow.
because they insinuated that they would support fire and striking workers.
Yeah. Union buster stuff.
So you can't have your own opinion. Fuck you. We're going to sue you.
Okay. I'm going to have to share it as soon as I find it, boys.
Okay, go ahead.
You got your peanut butter on my chocolate.
You got your chocolate on my peanut butter.
There you go.
That might be.
Yep, we see it.
Me no bird hurt you.
Mhm.
Mr. Ron Jeremy said that they heard it.
Well, that's what I like to ask these people. How does it feel to be so soft, so
Yeah.
weak?
Mhm.
I watch these videos. I keep saying it, I watch these arrest videos on YouTube, and it's always the same go-to. The cuffs hurt. Oh my God, Michael, you're hurting me. And it's like you just want to say, why are you such a wuss?
Mhm.
You know, just to kind of, goat their ego a little bit, just to get them to shut up.
Right.
Look, I can't breathe. That is every person that gets arrested on that video say that.
Yeah.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Right.
they start off with, "You can't touch me." Ow, that hurts.
Yeah.
You can't touch me. Watch.
The other one is always, do you know who my daddy is?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But Jim, have you ever noticed those same people that say that they can't breathe are the same people who are always pinned to the floor or pinned to the fucking hood or something?
Not
Or
even. Sometimes they're just sitting in the back seat of the car.
Yeah, but anybody that's ever had what, ninth grade first aid class, if you're talking, if you're screaming, you're breathing.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
or just common sense in general.
Yeah.
Dylan, I don't think you're old enough to use that word.
Listen here, mister.
Don't make me, because I will. I'm in one of those moods.
And listen, don't make Chuck do that split second joke again with the pickles.
Shit. So the EU warns it may take measures against X over Trump and Musk's video, the interview.
They didn't say any. I mean, it was nothing.
Exactly.
It was two guys talking on the phone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also after that, after it was done the next day, the guy that wrote Elon the letter got it drubbing by the EU telling him that was too hateful.
That was as mild could get.
Yep. And they got people going after him too, saying, you know, the United States has free speech in their constitution. You can't do shit about that, right? And the person who's actually responsible for approving such a message said, I didn't approve that message. He's like, that motherfucker needs to sit his ass back down.
But I swear I'm going to hit you back first.
I'm going to hit you back. I ain't heard that in a long time.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Oh.
Brett, don't give Dylan any ideas, please.
Don't give Dylan any ideas.
Guys, don't. Please, don't.
Hey, Dylan.
Yes.
What's the difference between a sack of weed and a woman?
What?
It's okay to smell your weed from across the room.
Hey, Jim. Where do pirates buy their hooks from?
I hate to ask, but where?
The second-hand store.
Okay.
What do homeless people get for Christmas?
What?
Hypothermia.
Yeah.
Why did the tomato blush?
Why?
It's salad dressing.
Oh my God, you win. We're done. That was dumb.
Devin mentioned the migrants in Chicago are spreading TB, tuberculosis, and it's true. It's
I know it's true, but it's now being reported. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. After what? 3 years of them. It started 3 years ago because they were squawking about it.
Did you hear anything about the lepers down in Florida?
No.
Not hearing any more about them. But let's worry about people.
Wait a minute. We're not doctors.
I know we're not doctors. That's why.
Yeah. I got slapped on my pee-pee for this.
To be working around cattle.
Yeah. Oh man. So, Devin, you said migrants asking for money to go back home. Is that the ones at the border or the ones who've made it into the States? Too far down the rabbit hole.
Well, no, they should get a ride back to the border. You got to the border, you get back.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get you back to the border. That's a fair price to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cheaper in the long run than keeping them here.
Yeah. And never mind the money you've already got. Go.
And all I'm asking you to do is, as a human being, shut your mouth and think to yourself in your little head and go, you know, I had no right to come here and just demand shit.
Well,
you have to know that was wrong.
But they've been being told for years. This is not just something new. They've been hit by the NGOs for at least 20 years. Tell them, hey, there's a new way of life in America. Everybody, come on, bring your kids. Everybody, it's fun, fun, fun.
Oh yeah, and smallpox in Chicago. By the way, the WHO just said something about monkeypox popping up again, and if you've had, if I doubt, well, if you've been inoculated to smallpox or you've had chickenpox, monkeypox is in the same family. You should be okay. If you got any worry, go get another vaccination of chickenpox for.
You got that. You got the dengue fever being
They give you
dropped
the
in on
cowpox.
us.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
give you the cowpox vaccine.
That was the pox. The
big one. That's
I got tattoos over them, so it wouldn't matter.
yeah. I can't see mine because my blood pressure's high and my neck's red, and you know.
Yeah, I got that in school. We had to stand in line, and yeah.
I got it when I got it.
The
when I was
Army
a kid.
stuck us with so much crap to go overseas.
Oh, I know. And then they tell you to line up, dress right, and or however they tell you guys to do it, and you're poking the guy in the arm that got.
No,
But I can remember reception. We had to go down. We're all in our underwear. We had to walk down the tunnel of blood. There was 3 stations with a guy on each side of you, and you'd walk, you'd stop, and they'd both shoot you with them air guns. You go to the next station, same thing. You got 6 fucking injections that morning,
well,
and everybody was woozy.
3 days later, they put the gamma globulin in your butt. The peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
I never saw a bunch of guys playing grab ass.
But we never got the square needle in the balls.
That's for special people.
Yeah.
So I still have not seen the Elon Trump interview. I want to see it. I've seen some things saying that a lot of the interview focused on Trump getting shot, and that he wants to go back and give his actually do it, and not just put it behind him, but come back and do it.
Yeah, you're going back as a tribute to the firefighter.
Yeah, and the people.
And he did give money to all 3, the 2 guys that were injured, and
And the guy who got killed.
And did you notice he acknowledged the crowd again? That's the biggest point I'd like to make. If I was a liberal crowd, it would have been chaos.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. He said there would have been a stampede. People could have died. But no, this crowd did not run. They wanted to see if he was okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I like that he acknowledged the crowd again.
Mm-hmm.
I pray for the day that we all just become Americans. We're not white. We're not black. We're not yellow. We're not polka dotted.
That's it.
We're just Americans.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, chickenpox. We didn't have a vaccine for it because they weren't worried about it. And they didn't know at the time that it would lead to shingles. Yes, Benny, you and I both are waiting for shingles.
I took that new shingles vaccine.
Oh, really? I need to get that.
Yeah, that hurt. It didn't hurt getting the shot. The next day, oh my God, that felt. I don't know what it felt like. And then you had to get another one. You have to get 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, Troy V says we got rid of chickenpox the old-fashioned way. We got it, got over it. Same with measles.
Yeah, and your mother set up play dates. If one kid in the neighborhood or your cousin was sick, you go play with that person for a while.
Yep. Yeah, they had an
Share
episode.
a lollipop or a popsicle, yeah?
Yeah, they had an episode on South Park, the kids doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's how we did it. I can remember having to sit with my cousin. She had the measles.
Yeah.
And me and my other cousin and my brother had to sit in a dark room with her, hoping that we'd catch the measles.
Yeah.
Also was the mumps.
Yes. And I
don't remember having the mumps.
I did get the mumps.
I never had it.
And then I had meningitis and a spinal tap.
I had a good time because it was my girl cousins that had the mumps at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, they were cousins.
Oh, man. So, Jim, JT, what do you guys think about Governor Walz and stepping away from his unit when they got activated so that he could run for office.
Well, personally, I call it cowardice.
Yeah.
Especially at that rank. If he was an E4, E3, oh shit, I don't blame him a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
If you rise to the rank of Master Sergeant, I mean, you're invested. You've got some kind of drive.
Yeah, but guys, he wasn't regular military. He was National Guard.
Right.
Yeah, but I still, I mean, I was National Guard. Yes, it is a softy job.
Yes, it was after you serve.
But I don't question him. I don't criticize his service. I criticize his claims. You don't need to embellish. Yeah, so you served in Italy during Iraq. Big deal. You were still serving. You went where this guy told you to go. Mm-hmm. You don't have a choice usually.
No.
But he used that to get elected. That was all it was about. He was a weekend warrior.
Yeah.
Behind the desk getting a few extra bucks.
Right. Well,
but if he'd have just said, I was in for what would he said, 24 years?
Yeah.
Whatever. I was in 24 years. I served in Italy during the Iraq War. That alone, that you served. I applaud you for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but he didn't.
Just don't embellish it. Don't claim. Don't
claim you were in combat when you were
in combat. And what JT said, he used it to get, in his position. That's stolen valor.
Yes. Also, and he was one of the ones that voted for that law back in, 2013? The Stolen Valor Act.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And Kamala did too.
Yeah, and Kamala did too. Ironic. And he made it up to Command Sergeant Major, but since he stepped out so quickly, they had to bust him down a rank. E9 is the highest rank you can be. There's actually...
Yeah, but he didn't go to the courses. He didn't take the courses or pass the exam.
That's why they...
that's like me. I served as an E5 for a period of time, but I couldn't have that rank until I went to PLDC, which is, NCO training.
Yeah.
Where my enlistment got cut short, I never had that option to go.
Yeah.
So I had to come back to, my home as an E4. Yeah. So when I went National Guard, I would never should have took the deal. I wished I never took the deal.
Yeah.
But anyway, it happened. Good Lord had set my path this way. So
with Dad, it was a ceremonial thing because while we were over there in Hawaii, he had this 6-star Rockers stripes, and inside of it was a pineapple. And it had an extra bar. There was 4 on bottom, 3 on top.
Okay.
But it was, it was a formal uniform for something.
Yeah.
Because he had all the hash marks down one side. And his chest full of the prettiest medals I've seen in my life.
Yep. Okay, so let me explain this to civilians real quick. There is an E10. There is one E10 in each branch,
only one
in each branch, and that is the Command Sergeant Major of the Army. And below him, there are Command Sergeant Majors. There's a few hundred because there's one on each command.
Yep.
And I know this because my dad was a command master chief. Same thing, except in the Navy. And but like Jim was saying, Walls did not complete his coursework that he had in order to keep his rank. He got promoted to E9 and served as a command sergeant major, but he did not do the coursework so that when he left, he did not leave as an E9, even though he was saying he did. They had to bust him back down to what he was actually qualified for.
Well, it was more like he wore it on base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. You can serve as a higher rank. You just don't get the privileges that come with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was an E8 when he got discharged. He was originally saying, now they fixed this on Kamala's website, saying, because it had said that he retired as an E9 command sergeant major, but he retired as a E8.
E8, yeah.
And, Now, I never made E4 because I was striking to be a computer fixer. And they didn't have the hardware that I needed to learn how to fix where I was stationed. Nowhere on no reserve command did they have that stuff. So I never got to be A4. So I left the service as a seaman. So I made seaman, and that was all I did in the service.
How does it make you feel, Chuck, knowing that you've been a seaman twice in your life?
Yeah. And the fact that I didn't make it as a computer fixer in the Navy, but that's all I do now.
I'll teach them.
Well, plus nowadays, Chuck, they have so much technology for you to fix a lot more stuff.
And see, that's the thing. If I was young enough, I could find a rate that I could go right in as E1 and actually advance real damn quick.
Right.
But
yeah. It's one of those if I knew then what I know now situation.
Yeah.
If I knew then, I would have done things a whole lot different.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't finish the schooling and stuff, but I did learn how to fix some old mainframes, and that gave me a lot of basics in fixing computers. That's why
Now,
I want to drive the new tanks.
oh fuck yeah.
I drove the original Abrams, the A1.
Now, Chuck, I have a question for you specifically.
Yeah.
When you were a seaman, right, and you said you were fixing computers and the mainframes and stuff like that,
Yes.
you did all the coding work, correct? Like you knew how to.
Yeah, I did.
Stuff like code and stuff like that for all the computers.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I wish I still went to college for that.
Well,
Yeah, but you're not even grasping the situation. He's talking computers in 1984.
Yeah.
Not what you look at as a computer now. He had to know shit, you know.
I know because
well, he's talking about the basic machine level.
Language.
And that
I'm
that
just
is what
thinking. I
knew.
remember 1980 computers.
Yes.
They were not like we have now. I mean, you had
No.
to know shit how to run those.
And I had one of those at home too. But
I know
go ahead, Dylan or Devin.
I know some of the programming that I could download onto my computer.
Mhm.
I could probably download to like any other basic computer and just work off that
Mhm.
as well, and even go to like a basic website inspector and just fix whatever's there.
Right.
If I taught myself how to do that.
You can too. There are tutorials. There's free courses too.
Yeah, but
you
you
can
got to remember you're on a sealed system.
But you can also take courses and change your major even after you've graduated. You can get a 4-year degree still just going part-time.
Okay.
And now I was doing machine language. In machine language on the machine I was working on, there's a total of 20 micro commands. Those 20 micro commands did everything that a computer does. Now, an actual command is like 2 to 4 micro commands combined, all smushed together.
Okay, so that would be like something like Command P for like pausing something and playing something on.
Yeah, except that I was writing it into the ROM, and so so once I wrote it in, the computer would run it every single time.
Okay.
I click this button right here,
and it does what you
and
want.
it does what I want it to do.
And that's what computers are for. That's why, Dylan, if you do anything with computers, I recommend learning in Linux first because it makes more sense in Linux. And if you do something in the future, you get a job working on Windows, if you know it from Linux, you can figure it out in Windows.
Right. Well, Chuck, you already know my experience. I've had Windows before.
Yes.
I didn't like my experience at all.
No.
But as an Apple user, being locked into everything Apple, it's horrible just being locked into it. But this is where I do a majority of my work, whether it's live streams and things like that. That's why I can grasp everything a lot better. If I was to go do something completely different, where it's like
you could.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
You can write apps. You can write apps on it, but you would need a compiler like C++ or something, and you'd have to
Yeah.
learn the languages for that. But anyway, let's get back onto something interesting.
I was going to say, it sounded like you guys were making shit up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Jim.
It does.
Shit.
Oh man.
It's like when I listen to you and Vinny talk. Now they're just making shit up. They gotta be.
Do that on purpose.
Yeah. But I've been waiting for the day when you could do anything you needed to do in Linux Mint, and you can now, and that's the end of the subject. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I got no desire for that stuff.
No.
So I use Windows because that's all I know.
Right.
My first computer was a Windows, and I just kept it that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
But I don't. My computer is not what it is to you.
no.
You know what I'm saying? It's not my hobby. It's not my passion.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite old laptop, it was a badass little laptop, won't even run Windows 11.
Wow.
So that's why I had to learn something.
Well, my
I
computer's
wish.
still not ready for Windows 11.
Yeah.
Ryzen chip.
Yep. And
Yeah.
they're about to phase out, and next year they're phasing out Windows 11.
Oh, doesn't surprise
We
me.
should stop doing that. I miss XP.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things a lot of Linux users are pissed off about Windows for, because they keep making you buy new hardware when your old hardware still works just fine.
It's
Yeah.
not just that. I got a exclamation point over the question mark that goes to the Hewlett Packard, the manufacturer here. They told me, your system's so old, you'll probably need to upgrade it pretty soon because it's, antiquated.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. It runs fine, doesn't it?
And I've got to where it does what it needs to do.
Yeah. If you ever needed to upgrade it, all you would have to do is put a SSD solid state drive in it instead of the hard drive.
Yeah.
And it would make it run so much faster.
Yeah.
You don't have to upgrade anything else.
Yeah, but if I'm opening up and doing that, I better be sticking some sticks of memory in there too.
It would help if you've only got like 8 gigabytes. If you have 16, you're good.
Shit, hang on a second. Let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Let me know. Got an article here. 3 million Brits have quit smoking with a vape, finds ASH. This is in the Grocer magazine.
More than 3 million.
Well, this is just Brits. And the ASH used to be against vaping, and then they realized that half the people who quit smoking in the last few years quit because of vaping. So half the non-smokers now wouldn't be non-smokers now, pretty much. And the ASH is a British company. They'd be like, they're not like our anti-tobacco people. But they'd be similar. But they're actually saying, no, we need to actually promote vaping instead of putting it down. But now, when somebody asks you about vaping and they say it's more dangerous, ask them why it's more dangerous. What they're going to do, they're going to tell you about EVOLI, and they're going to tell you about the old. Go ahead, Jim. I forgot.
No. I was agreeing with you. I said, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to tell you it's related to EVOLI, and that's not the case. Those were all THC smokers or vapors who got tainted carts. All of them.
Doesn't matter to Bloomberg.
Yeah, Bloomberg. Fuck Bloomberg. He lie his ass off.
He is. He's the one pushing that. And I'm setting at 915 gig, Chuck.
915 gigabytes? Oh, that's the size of your hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good size. That's almost a terabyte.
Yeah.
But it's your RAM I thought you were talking about.
Oh, well, RAM,
So the anti-tobacco charity action on smoking and health is ASH. They're now supporting vaping. They, up until very recently, they were against vaping. And we've got
I don't care if you support it either.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't bash it. Don't spout stuff that's not true that you don't know about.
Don't lie about
it. You don't have to help us. Just don't hurt us.
If you can, if it scares you, you can say it scares you. But don't start saying, "Oh, you're going to get all the same diseases that smoking gives you."
Exactly. No, we're not vaping metal. No, we're not vaping unknown chemicals and toxins.
Yep.
No,
You see,
just stop it.
And Big Brother, that's what I hear all the time. You know, every single time I'm outside on my break and whatever, everybody's always like, "Oh, well, you're intaking all chemicals," and then I'm like, "Please elaborate on the types of chemicals you speak of."
Well, that one guy from the FDA got out there and said he was using the word residue.
Oh, residue.
Residue.
And he's full of shit too, because they've done studies to find that vapors do not pass on as much of anything to non-vapors in the room. There's no such thing as secondhand vape, really.
But that's not fair. Okay, because you do get the VGPG that you exhale. That's that little sticky shit on your windows.
Yes.
But it ain't the brown sticky shit that kills you.
The brown.
It's stuff that when you breathe BG and PG, your lungs absorb it.
Yep.
Unlike tar and nicotine that hang and clog your lungs. So your secondhand vapor is just, it's like smelling a pie baking or cake cooking.
Yep. Or cosmetics.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly right.
If you ever go to a bar or a rock concert and they got a fog machine, it's the same shit.
It is. That is PG and VG. It used to be all PG and oil, but they've switched to a safer one that uses PG and VG. I used to work. I used to do shows, and we would cough our asses off for the first few rehearsals because of that shit. It's a lot safer now. It's what we vape.
Oh, well, Chuck, my RAM is 5.92 gig.
Oh, so you probably have 6 or 8 gigabytes in there. So yeah, you would want to upgrade that, but you're still good for a while. I mean, upgrading to 16 means you could run a show from your computer.
Would it make coffee for me?
Unfortunately, no. You have to have a special arm attachment.
Oh.
Hey, I'm interested.
Majority of Americans oppose sending U.S. forces to defend Israel if attacked by Iran.
I'm so sick of this Israel shit.
Yeah, I shouldn't have brought it up.
No. I mean, bring it up, but I'm just so sick of it.
Yeah.
It's not our fight. There's no reason we should be involved in this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben, but they live under what Smedley Butler was warning us about. It's a fucking racket. Get us speak. 10% to the big guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, go ahead.
You're talking people that's fought for millennia. No, it's this one will quiet down. People will start to live again, and then somebody's gonna piss somebody off, and it's gonna start up again. It's just a history with that area.
Yeah, they've always done it since the beginning of time. Armageddon actually is inside of Israel, by the way.
I believe it.
And what they were saying, yeah, exactly. It's called Har Megiddo, and they named that area as the place the final war would be fought because that's where they think the first war was fought. That's where a lot of the wars have been fought.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time.
But if you can't come together and say, hey, war's stupid. I mean, what are we fighting for? Palestine just wanted a place to live. So they said.
No.
Israel wants a place to live. They just want to live here. Just shut up and live next to each other.
Yeah. Well, from the 70s on, those people that call themselves Palestine was run off from all the other countries around there. They didn't want nothing to do with them. So let's give them to the Israel.
Yeah.
Well, there were already some there too.
But at some point, somebody gave them Gaza. So
Israel did. They pulled out.
All I'm saying is, if you're an adult and you really want your people to prosper, why do you got to be such scumbags? Why do you got to be terrorists?
Yeah.
Why do you have to rule with such an iron fist? I'm sorry. If your Bible's telling you this is how you got to live, you're wrong.
I see it more of a cult than a religion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what it seems like. It really
My God does not tell me to kill people.
No.
No. I accept Jehovah's Witnesses. I accept Mormons. I accept Catholics. Even though y'all are wrong, I accept you guys. I'm not going to try to change you.
Yep.
Hey, Dylan, how common is rent control in New York?
I'm not sure if it's that common, only because of the fact that, for example, one place by the Staten Island Ferry can be, for example, 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Another place will be like $2,500.
Mm-hmm.
It's always, the places are always like different prices, so it's really crazy and ridiculous for prices and things like that.
Biden wants to make a federal rent control thing.
No, fuck no.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Here's
what they need to do is bring down the economy so they don't have to raise your damn rent.
Yeah.
But
give them a tax break.
Even better.
With that rent control, you guys, man, they live in those apartment buildings for generations and shit. And they were pissed off because the property owners still gave them the rent that their grandparents paid.
Yeah. See, that is an issue because cost of living does go up. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, that does include the landlord's bills go up. Yep. Yours is going to go up.
Yep.
But if we didn't make it go up so much, it wouldn't be an issue. But if you gave a decent landlord, grade your landlords. Right. If you're a certain grade of landlord, you get this much of a tax cut.
Mm-hmm.
And
what?
I'm sorry, big brother, but Chuck, to answer your question from before, my father claims that it's pretty common.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You guys remember when when Argentina elected Javier Milei, he was that libertarian?
Yep.
He got rid of rent control in the whole country in December, and now they have more homes available, more homes and apartments available than they have people to put in them.
Yeah, because they got so many homeless. Nobody can afford to live there.
Well, that's actually they can now. They can now.
They didn't take advantage and raise rents and
no, because one of the things about rent control was that people could not negotiate the price, and if it says $2,400, you pay $2,400. But if you show up there and it says $2,400, but you can get it for $1,800, they'll let you do it. Now, that happens so much that so many more people are living indoors now in Argentina. And it worked for the renters and it worked for the landlords too, because now they can charge market value.
Yeah. Hey, I got no problem with that. That's their business. You run it as they like. Mm-hmm. But
now wait a minute. You're touching very dangerously close to free enterprise here.
Yep.
I buy a building, I rent it out. That's my business, not yours.
Right. Exactly. It's like up in Colorado. What was it? Denver? They're throwing people out of apartments so they can put in the Venezuelans.
Yeah.
And throwing people out of school in New York.
Yep.
Closing down schools so they can home immigrants. Well,
it helps. It makes it a lot easier to lock down a city, when everybody's at home instead of going to school and shit.
Yeah.
But
that was something that I did not expect. I finally saw this article today about how much better Argentina's doing now, and it's even helped their economy. They were at about 200% inflation, and it's actually going down now mostly because of that.
Well, yeah, but you got to remember one of the first things he did, he walked through there with all the names of the bureaucracies. You get out, you're gone.
Yeah,
gone.
That's what
that
Trump
kind of
wanted
helps.
To do.
Yeah,
that's what Trump wanted to do.
I'm sorry, we don't need a parking lot for 100,000 cars in D.C.
Oh,
sorry, that doesn't. No. But I'm in favor of them going back to only working 3 months out of the year too.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like at not too long ago, if you were in Argentina and you were looking for an apartment, you couldn't get one because all the ones that were going to be rented were already rented. There were a lot that sat vacant and open because the landlord wasn't going to rent them at the price that he was forced to rent them at.
Yeah.
So,
well, like we say, that's one of those deals the government needs to get their fucking hands out of it and leave the people alone.
yes. And I thought it was all zoning laws. It turns out rent control has everything to do with it. Go ahead, Jim.
No, I was just going to say government needs to get their hands out of a lot of things.
Yes, they do. And they need to fire the bureaucrats that they have in charge of it.
Yeah, because we got that one here that's fucking the deadliest of all, eminent domain. And they keep expanding the rules on it. Kind of like the Patriot Act and shit, but we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's a whole show right there, Patriot Act.
I was just going to say it's a whole show, maybe a week.
Yeah. Yeah, I would need to do a lot of research before I could enter into a discussion with you guys because you guys know it and I really don't.
Vinny's wanted to know the results of the poll.
Yeah, because you kept it up the entire show.
Yeah.
Joke of the day.
Okay, you calm down, Dylan. Okay, so 67% of people said Dylan should not get a wrench.
Damn it!
And yeah, let's do joke of the day.
Joke of the day. Old man walks into the doctor's office, goes up to the receptionist desk, full waiting room. Receptionist looks at him and says, "Can I help you, sir?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm here to see the doctor." The lady says, "Well, what seems to be the problem you're seeing him for today?" "My pecker." And the waiting room just lights up. Some are giggling, some are gasping, some are covering their kids' ears. And the receptionist says, "Sir, you can't come in here and say words like that and upsetting people like these." She says, "You should have come in and said something like your ear. And then once you got in the back room, you could have told the doctor the real problem." He goes, "Sorry, ma'am." She goes, "Sorry, ain't going to cut it. Go outside, come back in and try it again." So the old man plays along. He goes outside, comes back in, says, "Ma'am, I need to see the doctor." She goes, "What do you need to see the doctor about?" "My ear." She says, "Okay, what do you need? What's wrong with your ear?" "I can't piss out of it."
Sure, a pickle joke.
Shit.
Pickle joke. Guy comes home and tells his wife, "Sorry, honey, I got fired today." He says, "I've worked at that pickle factory all these years, and I keep staring at the pickle slicer, and I just couldn't resist it. I had to stick my dick in it." His wife's eyes got big. He says, What happened to the pickle slicer?" She got fired too.
Okay, now that one was on me, Chuck.
Yeah. Dylan, you need to say something in chat so I can give you an admin privilege. Anyway, so that's our show for tonight. Join us in Zoom after the show. After I end the show, I'm going to unlock the room and then people can join. Thanks, Dylan. And that's it. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
God bless.
Peace. God bless. Say a prayer for America.